It is a brand new app called Lemon8 that is taking over the app stores and combines everyone's love of Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. Rumors have been floating around that TikTok's parent company has actually created this app, and the rumors are proving to be true. So if you're looking for an alternative to TikTok, should we lose it? Or if you just want something to also show off your graphic design and your photos, this may be a great option for you. Today, we're gonna take a look at what this app is, how to use it, and how to benefit from it as a brand or a business. So inside of Lemon8, we're gonna go over to your profile first. And the first thing you're going to see is that it does have your profile photo, your username, which you will have to change, and when we go into editing profile, there's actually a second place you have to change that name as well. And there's going to be your bio. Your bio is only 80 characters long, so you have to be very strategic about how you use this, and we've got lots of videos on how to do that. We'll link those down below and inside of our playlist to help you level up on the social platforms. But this is going to be very restrictive because it is such a small amount of space. So as you can see with mine, I've listed what I do, how I benefit other people. It is not about some weird abstract thing, some flowery artistic thing. I'm very clear and specific about how I can benefit people. I am a social media marketing educator and speaker. I'm a multi-time best-selling fiction author, and I talk about tech. Those are the three staple things people are going to get when they come to my account. So once you've edited your profile, you also have the ability to share it. You're going to have the little share button there as well, so you can copy the link, send it out to the other social platforms, and get people to come join you inside of the app. Now, you are also going to want to go into edit profile, at which point it is going to show you a lot of information. You're going to have your username, and then you're going to have your Lemon8 link so that people can easily find you. It's going to be a string of numbers. You're going to want to tap on that, and you are going to want to actually fix that to reflect your username. You can then add in your other social platforms down below as well, and you should be good to go there. Now, from that point, you are going to have your main feed. I haven't posted anything yet because I just got the app a few minutes ago and I've been exploring so I could teach you. We've also got your collections. So if you are saving content just like you do on TikTok, you have the ability to now create collections so that you have the ability to access whatever collections you want. So if you have food ideas, if you got posts that you like, you can save them all there. If you've got workout things that you want to do or makeup tutorials that you want, maybe you want specific products or specific types of makeup tutorials, you can make those your own list. And these are all private. So these are just for you to then be able to find content later on. And of course, we've got things that you have liked and interacted with as well. That is also locked just for you to see, and you have the ability to then scroll through your page if you have posted content. We're going to look down below and we're going to take a look at what the home actually looks like inside of Lemon8. So you see when we first jump into the app, you are going to be greeted with your For You page, just like on TikTok. And you're going to be able to scroll through and you will be able to see when you've got photos or albums versus videos. So videos will have a little play button in the top right-hand corner. So let's click on a photo first. Now, typically those are going to come in albums. We want people to be able to swipe through. So you can see that you can just swipe through on people's albums. You also have the ability to then play their videos so you can watch through these. Now, with that in mind, you're going to go through and you're going to find what you like. You're going to train your algorithm by how you engage. So the things you comment on, the things that you like, the things that you share, the things you put in collections, that trains your algorithm on what to show you. Now, up at the top, you're going to see your different categories. You have fashion, beauty, food, wellness, and travel. Now, when you first sign up for the app, you can actually specify what types of things you want to see. There are further categories than this, like pets, and this is not something that's going to be up at the top just yet, but we don't know if they're going to be changing or updating these categories. So you've got a lot of different options here, but if you want to see the things that you want to follow, you can click on that all button. You can also click on the following button, where you are, if you have specified that you want to follow a creator, all of those will be shown here as well. So you have the ability to kind of explore, to find things, and you've got those options to make it a little bit easier for you to find the content and interact with the content that you want. Now, you are going to notice a lot of these have very Pinterest vibes. Do not worry, you don't have to do this in Canva or Photoshop or anywhere else because they actually have templates inside of Lemon8 so that you can just pop in the graphics and you have the ability to design them directly in there to look and fit the vibe of the app because the fonts and the layouts are going to be the same. People like what they understand and what they expect. If they know a certain style is going to relate to makeup or beauty or pets, they're going to, when they're scrolling through, see those different features that you are using and easily be able to identify, oh, that's the niche that this content is in if it's familiar to them, if it's recognizable, they'll stop and take a look. So we've got lots of options here. You do, of course, have the magnifying glass down at the bottom where you can search things. So we've got the search up at the top. We've also have editor picks and popular hashtags. This is a great way to investigate what's popular on the platform right now. Where can you fit your content in? What to wear is a great option right now on Lemon8. So if you're doing fashion tutorials, or if you're showing off what you're wearing as an entrepreneur, as a candle maker, as a baker, as whatever it is that you happen to do, that's a great hashtag to be able to use. And they have very clearly said hashtags should be used on this platform. This is something that's going to help you. Should you go overboard? No, we know all the social platforms have said, do not go overboard on your hashtags. The content that you're posting, the caption is more important than the hashtags. Hashtags just help to educate the algorithm a little bit about where to place you. Now, as this develops, hashtags will become less important and less relevant, but right now at the beginning, this is a really great way for you to be able to help educate your algorithm and show it where to place your content within the feeds and within the context of the algorithm system. So you're going to be able to get a lot of great information right there. People are using Hello Lemon8 right now. That means that's a great way to introduce yourself to this platform. Now we have millions of people using the app right now, so this is a really good way to get in and get the conversation going. Now we are going to go over and look at notifications as well. We're going to come back to posting in just a second, but you'll be able to see your new followers. You will be able to see your likes and your saves. You will be able to see your comments here, and you also will be able to see any messages from the app itself. They've built that out separate so that it does not get lost in the chaos of the rest of the things that you're getting notifications on. You are also, of course, at the very end of that row of your toolbar on the bottom, going to be able to go over to your profile and get access to your content there. So let's talk about how to post. Down at the bottom right-hand corner, you do have that little yellow plus button. This will take you into your content, and we're just going to go ahead and click on one of my images just as an example to show you things. Now, you can enhance your photo quality here. I almost exclusively say don't do that. They're never a good way of doing that. They do not do well with these types of things in apps. I haven't checked it yet, but I don't recommend using that. You do have the ability to crop, so that's going to be in the bottom right-hand corner if you want to make it longer or shorter. There is an aspect ratio which you have to fall in between, so you actually have to make sure that that is going to be what is specified by the app. You're not going to have your full-length images, horizontal or vertical, showing up in this app like you can on Instagram. So from there, now we have a toolbar down on the bottom. You are going to click on templates first if this is what you want, and you're going to be able to pick from their templates. They have established fonts and layouts, which will allow you to lean in to makeup, to beauty, to pets, to whatever it is as you're seeing things become popular and trending to help people easily identify your content. So we're just going to tap on the first one here. You can see they've already created this for me, and you're just going to tap on one of the fonts, one of the texts, and you're going to be able to come in, double tap, and you're just going to be able to change this. So I'm going to say, and you can do this in lowercase or all uppercase. Usually you're going to want to do some of it in all uppercase and some of it in all lowercase. Photo life is what I'm going to go ahead and say, and then I'm going to click the little button. It's going to expand my options. I can change the color to match my photo to stand out. I can change my direction. I can change my alignment. I'm going to go back to white because that just tends to stand out a little bit better. You could also get a background there so that it shows up a little bit more. You're going to tap it a couple times and you're going to have different options with that. When you are done, you do have the ability, and remember, you again have your fonts, your templates, and your customization. You're going to tap the little check mark and it's going to be right there. You can then tap on the other one, and we are just going to select all and delete. I'm going to say something to the effect of learn how to be a better brand on social. And so I like how that looks, except it didn't actually do it right. So you got to double check and make sure that you actually have no typos inside of what you're doing. Sometimes it just autocorrects to weird things, and you're going to click the little check mark. Again, you have the ability to customize that. And from there, you do have that you can access. If you long press it, you're going to be able to move it around on your screen, so you can easily change that to wherever you need to be, so it's not in the middle of your face or in a weird location. Now look back down on the bottom. You can see you can scroll through different things. You can change different things. Once you've typed it, it's kind of there for you. So you have the ability to type it once on whichever platform or whichever template you were going to use, and then it will change it around for you. If you don't like the ones in fashion, you can click over to beauty, you can click over to food, travel. These are just suggested things. Just because they're in these categories does not mean you have to adhere to that. When you're happy with the stuff, you're going to go ahead and you are going to be able to type that. Sometimes it's going to change some of those words, so make sure that it really is the words that you have typed before you move forward. Now you do have retouch. The first thing that comes up when you have retouch is the hideous filters that every app offers. We highly recommend in almost every single case that you do not use these. Edit your photos and your videos properly. You're going to do it in camera if you're taking them in your phone. You're going to do them from Photoshop or Canva or whatever it happens to be, but don't use filters. Filters never work to present a professional face for your brand or business. Now, that doesn't mean you can't edit inside of the app. Take a look down at the bottom from filters over to adjust. This is almost the same as doing it in camera. So I recommend, and I have videos on this on the platform, that you are editing your photos inside of your camera. All phones are going to be equipped with some editing tools, and that's going to enhance your images way better than anything you're going to get in any app. Not as good as Photoshop, but it is still going to work to your benefit. So you can see you can change your brightness, your contrast, saturation, warmth, sharpness, and particles. I'm just real quick going to click on brightness so you can see it's just a slider. You go up and down to see where it's going to fit best. You can then click that check mark. You can go over to contrast. You can make it more contrasty, but don't go too heavy on contrasty because now it looks like a filter. We want to look natural, but we want to enhance what most cameras are going to capture because it's going to be a little dull, a little lifeless, a little muted with the colors, and we're just going to bump them up just a little bit to fit what we need. So when we're happy with that, we are going to go ahead and we are going to click on that check mark, and it is going to be created for us and ready to go. Now we have the ability to add tags. This is where you can add products and prices to the things that you're posting. We're going to do a full build out video on this, so hit the subscribe and notification bell so that you do not miss out on how you can be using this inside of Lemon8 for your brand, for your business, for your affiliateships, for all of those things. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to say that that's okay. It's going to pop up with a little window and you'll be able to move that around on your screen as well. We also have the ability to do text. So if you didn't want the templates, you could put your text in here. Again, you've got templates, fonts, and customize. They've got some suggested things for you that you can be using as well. You also have access to stickers. These are a little bit on the limited side, but you can go ahead and take a look at some of those things. They've got different magnifiers. They've got different color schemes. So there's lots of options there, even though they are not super built out just yet. Now we do have a final option here. This is called cutout. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on that. You can either use smart cutout, and by doing that, you are letting them have access to an encrypted server so that they can actually do this for you. And it's just going to go ahead and highlight those things. You're going to be able to preview that. You can go back. If this is what you like, you then have the ability to move forward. And it's going to have cut it out for you. That way you can put in a background. Now you can add a background from your camera roll. You can actually take another photo and put it behind it, or you can pick a solid color to do this with as well. Now this is a pretty crude cutout. Unfortunately, this is not going to be as good as something like Photoshop, but for the purpose of what we're doing here, work with what you've got. If you don't have the Photoshop skills yet, which, by the way, hit the subscribe and notification bell because I show even beginners who have never touched Photoshop before how to cut themselves out of photos and actually look good, plus other easy graphic design things to make your photos and images look better, even if you've never touched Photoshop before in your life. And so you can go ahead and you can put those things through there. We're going to go ahead and click the OK button, and at that point, we're going to click Next. Now you can add in more images. You can see that right up there, but you're also going to be able to add in a catchy highlight or a catchy headline to get more views. So this is your title. Then you're going to put your caption in there, and they've even got some ready ideas for you as well. You are going to be able to add in your hashtags. So you can see there's a hashtag button. You can see that there's a caption idea button. I don't recommend doing that. There's never going to be an app that suggests things to you that's going to work to your benefit at this point. So make sure that you're writing your own captions and you're studying how to do that. We teach you how to do that to save time and effort, so you are not spending all of your time on social media. I teach people how to post on social media in under 5 minutes a day, start to finish. Concept, creating your idea, actually getting the things done, posting them, the works in under 5 minutes. There's no need for some of this extra stuff. So you're going to be able to do that. You can add a location in if you want. You can also download all your photos. So as you're doing this, it's going to save those to your camera roll so that you have access to them. And then you'll be able to post, or you will be able to save as a draft. Now up at the top, there's that little eye icon, and that's going to allow you to see what this looks like before you post to make sure your title looks good and your caption looks good. From there, you can go back and you can either save as a draft or you have the ability to post. Now we are going to go back in this. We'll just save it as a draft. There we go. Drafts will be saved right there in your drafts folder, and you have the ability to come back and post those a little bit later on. Now, a couple more things we need to be looking at with the Lemon8 app. If you go up to your profile, go to the top right-hand corner, you're going to see your icon for your settings. This will give you the ability to access your account, your privacy, your push notifications. You can share your profile. You can also find your help center and find information about Lemon8. That's going to make it really easy for you to then move forward with how you are using this. So let's talk a little bit about how often you should be posting and what you need to know about this app. We want to make sure that we are posting as often as possible. Just like with any social platform, the more information you give the algorithm, the more information you give your audience, the faster you're going to grow. So if you post twice a week, you're going to grow slower than if you post once a day. You're going to grow slower than if you post 5 times a day. We're not going overboard on this. You have to understand what your audience wants to see. It's not about how comfortable you are, how much content you want to make. It is about what your audience is going to resonate with. So what are you going to be able to offer your audience? This is a really great opportunity for you to repost your TikTok, your Instagram Reels, your YouTube Shorts content. By all means, do that. Then you can take the graphics that you're creating for your carousels on Instagram or for your community tab on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it happens to be and create these images, these graphic infos, quote graphics. You can create the carousels that help educate people. You're going to want to be limited on how much text you're putting on each screen, so allow them to swipe and get one piece of information per slide that you are showing. We talk all about that again on the YouTube channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell if you haven't already. But this is going to be a really good opportunity for you to be able to create content without constantly having to film things. You can be part of these images, but you don't have to be. You can create scenic images. You can create product images. You can create recipes. You can create tutorials and instructional content. There's so much you can do with this. And the best part is you can create crossover content of content you've already created. I just told you, you can take your TikTok, Instagram, YouTube short form content and put it on this app. But the things that you said there also make really good quote graphics or informational graphics. Take the main points from your TikTok tutorial, put them in slides, and now reiterate those points. You can use the same content over and over and over again to then be able to create new, easy content without a lot of extra work. And because they give you templates and fonts and different things inside of this, you now have the ability to create very easily right inside of the app and get that posted. Because it downloads, you can then also put these things on Pinterest, on your Instagram page, on your Facebook page to save you time and effort and really make sure you're extending the life of your content. Now, this is a brand new app. It is something we are just experiencing right now. So make sure you follow along for more, because as there are new platform additions, changes in the algorithm, as we explore this and we learn what really works for individual types of entrepreneurs, we're going to be doing breakout content. In fact, this is not the only video on Lemon8 that I'm filming right now. When I finish this one, I'm filming more videos. I told you about one of them. So follow along, because we'll be breaking down breaking news on Lemon8, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, in live streaming, and with the tools and resources you need to make more money online, but spend less time doing it. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes, and if you have questions on Lemon8, now is the time to drop those, as we are bringing you all of the breaking news over the next couple of days, especially as it starts to roll out to new people, and we learn what really works for the algorithm inside of the Lemon8 platform right now, so that you can thrive and benefit with very little time and effort. I'll see you in the next episode.